Here's a hike I went on yesterday. This is Gold Canyon here, Apache Junction over here. I've hiked this before from my backyard, not quite the same way, but to avoid the dust on, this is Peralta Trail here, Peralta Road, and to avoid dust on Peralta Road 77, I went down here along the Powerline Trail and then went up here and followed the road. This is the dirt road here, but very little traffic. I didn't see any traffic at all, except for a couple people hiking. I met some people hiking on the way back here, and then another gentleman here when I was hiking back. So it was about 10 miles. Average speed is not very good, 1.8, but I think that was because I had a couple of stops that I stopped and talked to some people, and then also stopped at the top to take some pictures. I took three virtual reality pictures, and gives you an idea of it. I did, and I posted on Facebook, I did see a snake right about here. Now, I probably shouldn't have gone up this way because I could see the hill and I didn't want to go all the way down here, which was not that much farther, and take this over, because I've done this before. You gone up here and then gone up to the ridge line there. But this time I just bushwhacked up here, and right about, I believe it was right about here where I saw the rattler. Didn't make much noise, but I got some pretty decent pictures of it. So let's see what else. And I did sure to come back the way I went up in this sense. I could have taken this road over and come over. This would have, avoided. This is really a trail here, but it ends up the ranch here, and I didn't want to disturb them, so I cut across here and it came down. But it would have saved all the dust. There was a little bit of dust, and I have some pictures to show you that. Now, I did meet some people, and we talked a little bit about it, but right here, you can go along the fence line here, and there's a gate right here you can go through, and you can go up to the top of here. I call this the hill of the fallen cross, because was a big, huge cross up there. I don't know how they got that up there. They must have had a big truck or something to pull it up, but man, it was incredible. Anyway, that gives you an idea of the hike. Like I say, it was close to 10 miles, and not very fast, but enjoyable. Got some good pictures. I think you'll like them. There was some on the way back down here. There was some areas here where I got a picture of where they'd been shooting, and they had target practice here, which I think is against the rules, but anyway, you'll see it in the picture. So let's fly it. Also, the peak here, I call it 22. This is where the third VR picture was taken. It's 2250 is the name of the hill, and that's why I called this hike 2250. Anyway, you have to go through here. There is a gate right here. You gotta open and close, and then it goes up the road. I'll speed it up a bit here. And so I stayed on the road pretty much. I've done this with a bike before. A pretty straight road, easy road. Took another VR picture there. And then came up here. Now, there is the fence line here. It's part of Don Donnelly's ranch there, Don Donnelly Spur Ranch. And in fact, that's right here. He does have cattle that are grazing here. I've seen a couple of times. But anyway, I cut over here, and then there is a gate here. Went through the gate here. You can't go all the way down, but then it adds another half mile or so. So I went through the gate here, cut across here, and went up. I should have come down the same way I went up to avoid the road. If you see here, I did cut across here, but then I didn't want to disturb the people on a ranch here, so I cut across and then went down the road. I really should have I could have cut over here. In fact, I probably could have cut over there, but I probably could have cut over here and then come down the same way. This is a pretty good trail through here. Wasn't too bad. I think that's, yeah. And like I mentioned, where I saw the snake was right about here. Kind of neat. Okay, let's continue to fly it. Cut across there through the gate, along Peralta Road, because we lost our numbers. There we go. And then went up here. This is a trail. Then it cuts over here. I saw the road. I was like, well, I'm doing a bushwhack there. That's where I saw the snake. Now this one's all bushwhacking here. In fact, where I saw the snake, I saw the hill, and I thought, oh, that'd be no problem. I can just go straight to it instead of going around. But this would have been a lot faster if I would have gone up that way. Anyway, so there I went, and I cut across here. Got a VR picture right here. That's not the highest peak. The highest peak is up here that I went to anyway. And that's, what's it, 2050, right up here. So, right there, that peak right there. VR picture is not exactly where I took the picture. It's where it's up on the peak. Then I cut down here, and this is a road. This is pretty fast coming back, pretty easy. Saw some, right through here is where I saw that shooting target, which I think is against the rules. Maybe it was right here where I took the picture of it. Anyway, let's continue to go. Come down here and then through here, and then I followed this trail. This is just a cattle trail and also a horse trail, and it continues to go into the ranch, but I didn't want to bother them, so I kept going. Then I cut over here and went along here quite a ways. There is a small trail here, and then I was thinking, well, yeah, this is where I was before. No, wrong one. So I went up there and looked and thought, oh no, it wasn't part of the ranch. So then I cut through here and went to the gate again and came back down, and then back to where I started from. Good hike, 10 miles. Like I say, not very fast, but very enjoyable. And I started early in the morning. It was about 70, what was it, about 72 degrees. I finished, it was probably in the 80s, maybe even the low 90s when I was done. Yeah, about 11:30 when I finished. And that's where I finished. So hope you enjoy this, and the picture's on Facebook.